Welcome everyone. I think we might have, which happens with podcast. It looks like one of our main ones did not work. So Marcia, I am going to turn it over to you while I try to fix this one.
Okay.
So yeah, you ask her some questions, then I will see what's going on here.
Okay. Welcome everybody to Talented Universe. We are thrilled to have another incredible contestant from The Voice here with us. Kayleigh Clark, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. You have been such a shining light on the show so far, and we are just so thrilled to have you with us. You were a four-chair turn.
Yes. Crazy. Never expected that to happen.
So, and you were fortunate to have your mom and your dad with you.
Yes.
How exciting was the day before the blind audition? What was that like?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun because the day before my actual audition was the first time that I got to see my parents, since I'd been out in LA. So seeing them, I kind of calmed my nerves a lot. And my dad and we've got that bond that, if we're in the room together, nothing's serious. We're always just playing around and having a good time. So when I got to see them, my nerves were calm, and I was glad that they got to experience that with me.
Wow, that is truly amazing. And what was it like when I know this is one of Michael's questions, but when you when you went and you started singing and you're looking for that first turn, what did it feel like to get the first turn?
Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I really don't remember because I feel like now since I got off stage, everything is like, I don't remember what happened. I only remember what I see on TV. But I knew whenever I saw Snoop turn first, I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to have to close my eyes because if I turn around and look him in his eyes, I'm going to laugh. So I've just got to close my eyes because I figured he'd make me giggle. So I just closed my eyes, and about the time I closed my eyes and when I opened them back up, that's when Niall and Reba were turning. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? And then by the grace of God, I just kept on going and made it through the song. And then Michael turned, and it was just a whirlwind of emotions.
It was so much fun watching the after of your audition when Snoop asked you to invite your parents.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I told my daddy, I was like, I've been out here working for a couple weeks trying to get my time on the stage, and then you come here for a day and you take all the attention away.
Caught a football and everything.
Everything. Look, I tell you what, I did not think he was going to catch it. Neither did he. He was like, I'll never catch this ball. And he did. So we were proud of him.
Did you want to jump in, Michael?
No. That's I just for people, our Facebook link on Talented Universe is not working correctly. If you're there and you try to get, I am so sorry. Hopefully you will try one of the other links, but whatever, but it's going. But going on from there, so on the blind audition, you kind of said, so you do remember seeing Snoop turn.
Yes, I do. I do remember seeing him turn. And I remember, I think seeing them turn. I don't remember seeing Michael turn. That was like a complete, I knew I got 4 chairs, obviously, but I don't remember him turning. So seeing his reaction was really cool, too, because I don't even remember him turning.
It was late in the competition.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
I think he just thought, honestly, with those other, she's not gonna pick me. And I think he just, so I think he debated whether to turn, just to, but he said, no, I have to, because I really like this. So, which is good.
Yes.
And
I think everybody expected me to go with Reba. I think that was everybody expected that.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that, well, I did too, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Everybody, honestly, I thought I was going to. When I got on stage, I was like, okay, if Reba or Niall turn, I'd love to go with either one of them. But I was on the fence. I didn't know.
What changed your mind? What made you what made you get off the fence?
Yes.
And go with the chickens, I mean.
Yeah. Yes. So I think what solidified it for me, and my dad said the same thing as soon as we walked off stage, when now he was like, I don't even have to ask this, but you're a songwriter, aren't you? And he was like, I can tell in the way you sang that song that you write songs. And I was like, yeah, I've never heard anybody say that to me before, and I think that's what
that did it.
That did it. And as soon as we walked off stage, my dad was like, when he made that comment, that's when I knew that was the coach you should go for.
Well, I'm glad you did what your father wanted you to. And
yes. Well, hey, he wanted me to go with Snoop. He kept saying, you better go with Snoop if he turns. But then hearing all of them and, hearing what they had to say, he was like, you made the right choice.
Yeah, that it really does make a difference. I mean, I've heard this from other contestants. They said sometimes they come in with mindset saying, if this person turns, and then they hear what the coaches say and they go, wait a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
What's best for me, not what I had a preconceived notion of what I wanted. So.
Right. And because whenever I first found out that the coaches were going to be like who they are, I was like, oh, no doubt I'm going with Reba. Duh. Like, why wouldn't I? I'm a country singer. That's the only way to go. And then the more I got to thinking about it, I was like, she's going to have all the country people, and it might be a smart move for me to go with somebody who doesn't have as many country people.
Yeah.
I might be able to stay in the game a little bit longer. And so I thought that was the right choice. And it was. Niall's a great coach. I love him very much. And he's helped me so much, and he's great. But I at the beginning, I was definitely, going with Reba.
Yeah. Well, and Niall's reaction to when you said Niall was priceless.
Oh, I know. I remembered him I remember him having a big reaction to it and being shocked. But watching it on TV was just even better than I thought it was. He had the best reaction.
He was floored.
Yes. I think everybody was. All of America was. Everybody thought I was going Reba.
Well, I think Reba did too, because she didn't really say much. She just did her little thing, and you're going to pick me anyway. Why do I have to work at this? And then
exactly. And I literally I walked off stage and I was like, I think I just made the Queen of Country mad. I think she might be mad at me. She might never want me to open for her in a show ever. I was so scared that I made her mad, but no, she's great. She's awesome. So sweet.
Well, that's good. Yeah, because you just never know. You just never know.
Yeah. And I didn't want to get on her bad side of all hers.
No. Not at all. But you do what you have to do for you.
Right, exactly.
For you. And I think you're right, but then again, I mean, to be perfectly honest, if I remember right, all the country stars are all diverse to all the coaches.
Yeah.
They're not all just Reba. I mean, they're all over this season.
Yeah. Now, Team Niall ended up having, 3 or 4 country artists.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that shocked me. I mean, yeah. It's like, wow. I mean,
right. Which I think, especially with the country people on Team Niall, we were all a little bit different. You've got, more rock country. You've got, Dustin, he's Cajun, and he sings country music, but he's a little bit different. And Kirby, she sings country, but she's also a little bit different. And so we were country, but we all had our own little.
A little offshoot of typical mainstream country. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then Deck of Hearts, I mean, they're country and they're a trio. They're great. Love them too.
Yes, we had them on. They were one of our first voice this season to have on. Yeah. They're great. They're great.
Best. Oh, I love them so much. The best.
Yeah, I mean, it is. The talent is just incredible this year.
Oh my gosh, insane. We would just be sitting around and I'm like, please just sing to me. Please just sing. Just sing. I just want to hear you sing.
Well, that is cool. Now, the last question I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to turn it over to Marcia, because I think I've stole some of her questions, but that's just what I do. When you got called in unexpectedly, and they said you were going to take a picture, I guess, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then you were told why you were there.
Yes.
Were you absolutely floored?
Floored. I was so shocked because we were waiting to go in. And like you said, they were like, okay, we're just going to take team pictures, whatever, expecting, have a group picture. And we walk in there and I was kind of in the back walking to the stage. So I hear everybody going, oh my gosh. And I was like, who is it? I can't see. Who is it? and I see Niall standing there, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, there's some kind of
Something going on.
something's not right here. And then they ended up telling us we got to pick our battle partner, and I think we all were shocked.
Well, I was shocked too, and I was home.
Yeah. Yeah. Even obviously that little clip that they showed last night, you could tell in my face that I was very shocked. I was not expecting that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, they like to throw little twists.
Oh yeah.
They do. And that was a big one in my book.
It was. Yep. First time in voice history. And I'm glad I got to be a part of that.
Yeah, because it's like now you never know what they're going to do. So
right? What are they going to do next season? Yeah.
That's amazing. So, Marsha, I'll turn it over to you now.
Okay. Well, talking about Team Niall, he's known for his gift to his teammates. So where is your T-shirt?
It is in the washer right now. I wore it yesterday, and it is in the washing machine as we speak. I'm telling you, I keep that thing on me. I'm always wearing it, or I've always got it around. And I wore it yesterday, so it's in the washer right now, so I can wear it tonight.
Now, I think, does it have one of your favorite colors on it? Because we know one of your favorite colors is pink. Now,
Oh yeah, there's some pink on there.
So let's talk about one of your favorite colors. I saw several pictures of you in this gorgeous pink jacket with silver fringe. So we haven't really seen you yet in much pink for the show.
I know. Maybe later. Stay tuned.
Maybe later. Today's the day. So do you still have the pink jacket?
I sure do. Of course I do. It's in my closet. I'm never getting rid of that thing. People told me I look like Dolly Parton in that jacket, and I was like, oh, I'll keep that forever.
That's not a bad thing.
Not at all. Not at all.
And I love one of the statements I heard you make, which was, no dream is too big. And can you tell me about how you feel about making a statement like that, which is inspirational to people? Yeah,
because it's so true. It's really true. If you have a dream and you push hard enough and you want to make it happen, it will happen. No matter, you can, try as hard as you can and work at it as much as you can. And if you have a dream, whether it's, working at a gas station or if it's singing on a stage, regardless of the dream that you have, no matter how big it is, you will make it happen if you put your heart to it.
So being on The Voice, that sounds like that's one of your dreams.
Yes.
And how do you feel that The Voice so far has helped you in collaborations and getting to know different kinds of people?
Totally. When I went out to LA to do the show, I was so nervous going into it because I was like, I don't have my mom here with me. I'm by myself. I've got to, make friends. And so I was so nervous. And then I met everybody out there, and I have truly made lifelong friends. Like everybody I met on the show, they are so talented and such genuine and cool people. Like I know I have friendships with all of them forever. It's so great.
And when I see pairings and I hear stories like this, I kind of look toward the future when there might be some collaborations in there. There might be.
Oh yeah, you never know. Because there's a lot. Because I live in Nashville now, so there's a lot of us that are there that we're all talking about it and might have some things up our sleeves.
And to go back and about your blind audition song that you chose, how did you choose that particular song to sing?
Yeah, so I've listened,
which was
to
Stay.
Right, yeah, Stay by Sugarland. Obviously I've listened to them my whole life. I grew up on Sugarland, and so I was trying to think of what songs would fit me the best, that I could tell the best story, and that I could put emotion into it and show my vocal ability. And I was like, this might be a really good one to do. I'd never sang it anywhere before, but obviously knew the song because, like I said, I grew up listening to Sugarland. Right. So of course knew the song. And when they told me that was the song that I was going to be singing, I was like, oh, I was so excited, nervous a little bit, of course, but I was super excited to see what I could do to change it and make it my own a little bit. while also, doing it the right way and doing it how she originally did it. I wanted to put my own little twist on it too. So it was a lot of fun. I'm very glad that I got to sing that song.
Yeah, it was certainly successful choice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michael, did you want to?
Yeah, I was going to. There's a couple of questions in the chat room,
Yeah.
and Justin says, "I love the original song you wrote, which you dedicated to your father before you're blind. It seems like his sobriety and pride for you is your most important motivation to get those 4 chairs to turn."
Yes. Yeah. My dad's been sober for a little over 3 years. And whenever I wrote that song last year, and I was talking to the producers and stuff, and they were like, what would you like to surprise your dad with a song and sing it on the show? And at first I was a little nervous about it because I just didn't know. I didn't know if that was a moment that I wanted to have between he and I, just between us. But then I was like, you know what? I know my dad would want to help as many people as he can, to try to get sober. And so when that opportunity was given to me, I was like, this song is, the main goal of it is to help as many people as we can. And like I said, my dad's been sober for 3 years, so he helps people and at meetings and stuff, and tries to stay sober. And I think this song did what we wanted it to, and it's helped so many people, because the amount of messages that I've gotten from not only people who have family members that struggle with addiction, but people who are in the middle of addiction trying to find that light and get their way out of that. And I'm happy to help, and I'm so glad that people can resonate with that song.
Oh, that's really nice. And then Justin had another question. I'll throw that one up too. We were surprised at. Were you surprised at all at yourself after you said Niall's name instead of Reba's? Your family looked shocked since you mentioned you were a fan of Reba before you were blind. That was a perfect pick. Now, we kind of touched on this a little bit before. Yeah. But can you go into more detail or, okay. Yeah,
totally. I knew that if perfect scenario, if I got all 4, I knew I was like, obviously at first Reba, but then, the more I got to thinking about it and how he had all the country, or she would have all the country people. I was like, he might be the best way to go. And then hearing what they had to say on stage, and when she had to ask me, so Kayleigh, who do you want as your coach? And I was like, why do you have to ask me that? Why couldn't Michael Bublé or Snoop Dogg ask me that? Because now you're asking me and I want to say you. But I just went with my heart and what my gut was telling me, and I went with Niall.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, I was shocked. Niall was shocked. Marsha was shocked.
Everybody was shocked.
Everybody.
And honestly, like the question, I was shocked too. I was so in my head, I was like, oh, it's on the fence, but everybody was shocked for sure.
Yeah. And what do you see happening to you in a year from now? What would you like to happen to you in a year?
A year from now, I would love to have made my Grand Ole Opry debut. Yes, that is my end goal. I already know my outfit that I'm going to wear when I do
the pink thing in the
Oh, it's going to be pink. I can guarantee you.
But not particularly the one that's in the closet right now.
Yeah, not the one that's in the closet. I got to do something I ain't worn before.
Okay.
No, that outfit will go in a box that I'll wear one time. No, I've already know what my outfit is. Would love to put more music out. I've got some stuff that's going to come out once the show's over and everything. So,
okay. So that was my other question. So, yeah. So it'll be like on Spotify and all the streaming services, but after the show is over. Correct?
Right. Yes. I've got music out now on all platforms. The song that I sang to my dad on the show, that's, on Spotify.
That's out there now. Okay.
Yes. That's called Growing Up. That's out there now. So I have a couple songs out now, but I've got more that'll be coming out later. Okay. But yeah, in a year, my main goal is to be, playing at the Grand Ole Opry. Oh, that's my dream. I can't even talk about it. I'll get choked up.
Now, I'm going to expand, and I hope I don't steal Marsha's questions again. I'm going to expand on your Grand Ole Opry debut. Who would you like to be on stage with you?
Ooh. Oh, that's a great question. Like celebrity wise or like family member?
Oh, not family member. No, celebrity.
Celebrity?
Singer, or whatever, a songwriter that you would like to be there that maybe do a duet with you or.
Oh my gosh, I know. I already know my answer.
Okay, you do? Okay.
Reba, because I want to sing Does He Love You? Like the duet that she did a long time ago. I want that with her so bad. And I kind of tried to drop some hints on the voice. I was like, I'd love to sing this song with her, hoping they'd get her out there and sing it with me. So her for sure. And then, of course, Dolly Parton. Duh. I love her. I'd love for her to be on stage with me. But yeah, I would definitely love to do that duet with Reba.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
On that note, Marsha, I'll turn it back over to you for a little bit.
Well, we haven't talked about your hometown.
Yes.
So tell us about Sumrall, Mississippi.
Yes. Sumrall is a very small town. Like we just in the past couple of years got like a red light that goes from, different colors. Because used to it was just a 4-way with a light that blinked red all the time. But yeah, we've got, a couple gas stations and we've got a little old grocery store and that's, schools and stuff. So it's a very small town. But it's getting bigger as, time goes on. People are starting to move here. So we're happy to see a lot of people come in now. But yeah, my parents, we live out in the country and I was just on the farm a couple days ago and, working cattle with my dad. And I love going and being on the road and doing shows. That's what I live for. But coming back home and being on the farm really calms me down and keeps me grounded.
And of course, the now famous chickens.
Oh yeah, the chickens. Everybody loves the chickens.
And that's a lot of them.
Oh, there's a lot of them. We've got about 4 chickens and there's about 25,000 in each. So we've got around 100,000 chickens, give or take.
And you actually you have worked?
Yes.
Like getting your hands dirty and all that.
Oh yeah, because those chicken houses have been there since I was born. So they've been around for about 20 years. And so I grew up around them, have worked in them many hours working in the chicken houses. And I will say I like working with cows more than I like the chickens because the chickens don't smell very good. But, got to do what you got to do.
So, and I also kind of heard that you might have done some singing before.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I've sang them chickens before.
Did it help?
I mean, it probably did help. It helps with projection because it's so loud in there. You learn how to sing loud.
Well, no, I was mean, did it help the chickens?
Good, maybe.
That's a great question, Michael. That's very funny. So do you remember the first song that you wrote that was a complete song? Can you tell us?
I do actually. And honestly, I really didn't start writing until I got a little bit older. I, played guitar when I was younger, just playing around. I wasn't great. But I started writing my own songs probably 3 or 4 years ago. The first song that I ever wrote is called Mississippi Rain. Hopefully, I kind of want to put it out one day. So hopefully not soon. But yeah, it's called Mississippi Rain.
Mm-hmm. And have you experimented with other genres or is country?
Well, yeah, country's my main road that I take. But I do love some old classic rock stuff. So I would love to, cover some old rock stuff. And I also really love R&B. So I would dabble in those too, but country's my main road that I take, but I would dabble in the others.
Mm-hmm. And I also understand that you've done some modeling.
Yes. Yeah. I started homeschooling in about 6th grade. So I went to elementary school here in Sumrall and then I started homeschooling because I was traveling so much. My mom and I were back and forth in LA and New York doing modeling stuff. And then after that is when I really, started taking singing a lot more serious because I started doing shows and started singing a lot more.
So do you think that you might take modeling further as well?
I don't have any plans on it, but if the opportunity came to me, I wouldn't say no, but I don't know if I would just, seek it out to do it myself. But if something came to me, I would take it.
And since you're on the go so much, How do you relax and just kind of take it easy? What are some of the things that you do?
Now, okay, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I love a good massage. I'm telling you, when I was in LA, me and a couple girls would load up and we'd just go get massages. And that's
There you
really what
go.
helps me relax. That and a hot bath. Those are the two things that make me relax the most. But if I can't do any of that, honestly, just being on the farm and being with my family is what brings me down and just helps me relax.
Mm-hmm. And when you're anticipating a performance as a singer, how do you warm up and get ready for the stage? How are there songs that you sing or
Yeah.
grounding techniques?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll definitely warm up my voice by just doing like scales and stuff and get my voice ready. I'll steam the night before. I'll do a hot steam on my voice, and then I'll use a nebulizer before I sing also. And the main thing that I know that calms my nerves before I go out and sing is just pray. I pray and I, talk to God before I go on stage, and that's what keeps me calm. And I will say, I thought that I was going to be the most nervous going on the voice stage than I have been any other stage or any other thing that I've done in my life. But I had me a good prayer and I was talking to the Lord before I went on, and I had so much peace and I was just ready to perform.
Wonderful. Well, we have been very excited to see your journey so far. And of course, we're going to look forward to everything that you do, or your songs that you have out already and in the future. And we thank you for spending some time with us today.
Yes, thank y'all so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Michael?
Yeah, Kayleigh, again, thank you so much. And we do have to wrap this up very quickly. So everyone out there, please like, subscribe, follow us, and follow Kayleigh too. Her things are down there, her Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So please follow her also.
Absolutely.
And so thank you very much for coming, Kayleigh.
Thank you so much.
And thank you everyone else for joining us live or later. If you are doing later, try to catch one of our artists when they're live, and you can ask a question in the chat room like Justin did.
Yeah.
So everyone, take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.